Well, I used to say that through the 80s and 90s. Okay, you hear me on the radio. Okay, maybe it's an act. I thought I was trying to be as clear and explaining and warning and celebrating as much as possible. But it was taken as not seriously. But I always said, you meet me personally, you'll have a totally different image of me. You'll find out I'm not at all what you think I am. And occasionally I would meet someone in the audience and they would be surprised. They would be just flabbergasted the way I was in person, which would be the chemical body. So that even helped me understand that the chemical body is way different from the discarnate electrified broadcasting body, because the hallucination was going on about me with more than I anticipated. So your reaction, I've had that reaction many times. You know what I mean? I used to brag about it. I used to tell the stupid sub-geniuses, you guys think I'm an idiot, blah, blah, blah. Dude, come over and meet me. You meet me, you realize I am your J.R. Bob Doss. You'll realize what a nice guy, what a neat guy I am, a friendly person, And you see that.
What we would say human, but you're not even human.
Well, I'm very human, soft, gentle, sense of human, but it's inhuman that I'm like that and then not like that on the radio. So that's what you mean by not being human. Not like that? See, okay.
No, because we, or you, you are now the most ascending, or the most ascended.
Well, no, we don't. No, there are many people, Sarah, all these people, right? They've been. Oh, but I might be some feedback loop. I may be in a sense. That's why I'm just defining. I might be some feedback backwards loop, reenacting the fall as a joke to bring things. Yeah, I might be a very complex version of ascendant, but I would never say I'm the most ascendant person.
No, I think you said that.
Oh, I say that among the little men. They say that. You people, among the INFs. Well, Carolyn's right there, neck and neck, you know what I mean? It's always going to be neck and neck with Carolyn. She's always going to be exactly, it's going to be a tying race. A dead heat, they call it. But so to realize the way I am in person, is that so surprising? Then that means I'm not human? Is that what you're saying? We'll start over again. What are you trying to say? Well, you surprised.
I understood now many things that are said, like having someone in your pursuit. And it's not about the emotions. Just looking how you react, how you interact with people,
When did you learn about me when we were dancing with the kids tonight in the park? Was that surprising or was that understandable? Playing with the kids?
No, you do this like very natural, without the force. You're really following your joy and relaxing and allowing.
I'm doing things before it's even thought about whether to do it. I'm dancing with the kids before you notice whether I decided to dance with the kids, right? Something like that. Already doing it. Whatever's happening, I'm already involved in it. It's not me sitting back deciding, making positions, and okay, I'll do this. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's very spontaneous.
Yeah.
Very natural. It's not.
I'm not concerned about my image.
And I see the coherence, because many times you meet these spiritual leaders or whatever, and they're not at all what they're preaching.
Right.
And I see the coherence.
Yeah. And my behavior is coherent with what representing.
With what I am is
Presenting.
saying that we should do.
Yeah.
We're here to have fun.
Right. And we had fun. And we should put this on record. We go to this amazing park. It was Hitler's airport. It's huge.
Tempelhof.
What? Tempelhof. Templar's place. What's off mean?
Hof is like a patio.
Patio, yeah. The Templar's patio. And there's a few old airplanes there, a huge air hangar that is empty, and by this huge park, which is always just paved, and people are playing soccer, hanging around. The Berliners are pretty amazing people. This is a different city. Everybody's really a slacker, and they can walk around drinking wherever they want, and they don't bother women, and they come out real late. So it was a great new aspect of Berlin that we experience today. So we go over this area where they are growing gardens, and just people's occupied and start growing stuff. And then this guy, it was his birthday, and he had this recorded disco thing that we could play remote, and we got everybody dancing. But we got talking. This guy comes up to Roxanne and says, "I've seen you before." And Roxanne recognizes him. And he was someone you met at a gallery like 3 or 4 months ago.
In
March. You're at the gallery.
March 8th.
March 8th? That's International Women's Day, traditionally. But you had just started taking the drops, or that was just a special drops experience? What was that?
No, I've been taking the drops already since 2010 or
But
2011.
maybe, right, but you might have gotten the new generation or something, because these drops, you had experienced that night at the gallery. You started to hear Ion talking to you, and you also could read people's minds or body behavior. So you're having this psychic transparency going on, and it was disorienting you, and you were talking out loud, and people thought that you were acting bizarre. Well,
They thought I was on drugs or something.
yeah, and you were, and Ion says, "Report to Bob." She heard this in the gallery. Had you performed that night? Had you played music?
No. I was at a concert with some friends.
And then went to the gallery? Or was
Yes.
the concert in the gallery?
Whoa, we went near the place where the concert plays.
That's where the gallery was.
Mm-hmm.
So you watched the performance. There were some musicians.
Yeah.
So there was this guy there who you noticed. Well, all of a sudden tonight he's talking to you, and you're recognizing each other, and you're reminding him of that night and what was happening to you. And then he said, "Well, who is this guy?" Pointing to me, and we explained to him that you heard these voices say, "Report to Bob," and this is the Bob that was said to you back in March, and this guy was from that night. Now he's talking to us. He was brought back to be part of this recognition.
The witness of that
Now he never heard you.
anomaly.
Yeah, he had left and gone to a party. So he wasn't there when you were still going through these strange experiences. He may not have even seen you acting odd, right?
No, I think he noticed, but then he left.
Did he talk to you?
No,
But you noticed him. Had you ever seen him before in your life?
just when I met him that day.
That was the only time.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's this guy. He shows up in this guard park, just wandering around with a British girlfriend. And we start talking, and he's a lively guy, and then we explain that, he's asking, "Why are you with this guy? Who's he?" Well, Ion, we had to tell him a little bit about Ion. Ion told me to report to him, but Bob reported to me. and this guy was part of the beginning of it in March, and now he was there for the completion
Well, he
of it.
was a witness of that thing, and
He was a witness of the whole thing, and he showed up. And there's a million, no, what is there, 4 million people in Berlin?
Almost.
Yeah, millions of people, and he shows up there right in our little spot in a huge aircraft landing place. Why there? No, it comes from the garden, but it was possible that you could have an interesting experience in the garden, but he showed up, and then he ended up dancing with us. So that is an ionic type of anomaly. So I explained this to the English girl and to a couple other people, and they were going, that's absolutely amazing. You know, they basically intuited that sound like a pretty extreme synchronicity, right? So that's an example of what? Of life in Ireland.
Yeah, how your life becomes so magical.
Yeah, magical, self-referential, pre-programmed. What? Fun, yeah. So that's an example. So you witnessed this.
Yeah, and he witnessed, and he was there to say yeah.
Yeah. But that's what you're witnessing me around you, is this kind of fun thing that's going on all the time. I don't just say report to Bob. He told you to report, like, what were you supposed to report? Signing in, sir. Waiting for my first assignment. Well, one thing that you've done is I've learned about Berlin. I've been here since 1936. Of course, I don't remember that at all. They have never been. I read about Berlin in Gravity's Rainbow in 1945. And you were describing life in Berlin in the 90s, sound like a replay at the end of World War II, after the wall went down. But definitely, so I talked to this English girl. Here was someone who could speak English, I could understand each other. I said, is Berlin a different place? She said, yes, I lived here for 3 years. No place like Berlin. And she was confirming what you were telling me. And she wasn't living in Berlin now, she had moved on somewhere else, but it was good to talk to somebody who could speak English.
Richtig.
Yeah. So, yeah, I recommend people come to Berlin and have Roxanne show them around. Do what the Roxanne, you bike around, you walk around. You don't take cars, you don't take the streetcar, you don't take subways, you mingle. She can show you what is unique about Berlin. Yep, definitely. You do notice that women can walk around very late and there's no sense of threat. 2 in the morning, they're walking around by themselves. There's nobody even cares. Nobody's even looking at them. And then there's this whole phenomenon of these gangs of kids from Spain and France. They got no jobs in Spain and France. They're hanging out here, and you see late at night, early in the morning, they're just sitting there drinking. 5 guys and 3 girls, and they just stay up all night drinking. We don't know where they go in the daytime, but there are these little clans, little clumps of humans floating around in Berlin. And it's easy to float around in Berlin. It's still, what is it? Is it a welfare state? Is it easy to be supported? What do you call it? Still socialistic?
No, there are types of social help.
Social help. And we went to a restaurant, an Italian restaurant tonight, and at the end of it I went to pay my bill, and the waiter wouldn't take your credit card. So Roxanne said, well, they're a socialist restaurant, they don't acknowledge credit cards, so I had to pay cash. Don't experience that too much. And they were Italians, and they are serving in Berlin, and they refuse to speak Italian. I mean, German. Refuse to speak German. They will not speak German. Next question.
Are you a Berliner?
Yes, ich bin ein Berliner. I am the most ascended Berliner. I have found my people. Dobstown was in Berlin all these decades. I didn't know it.